Let me start by saying once again that I'd like to express my condolences and sympathy to the DuBose family. I have reached out personally to the family over the last hour and a half. I have not made contact, but if and when I do, I will express my sorrow and prayers. As I have said many times before, I do not believe that Sam DuBose should have been killed in that situation. We will, as a city, continue to pray for the DuBose family, and we know that once again, emotional wounds will be opened up. We also support everybody's right of free speech. And you'll hear in a minute from the manager and the chief that as a city, we will make sure that people who are feeling a variety of emotions, and in my opinion justifiably so, have a right to express themselves peacefully. And we have every expectation that that will be the case. I also will say, because I have been asked already and will be, I'm sure, asked by you, that downtown and over the Rhine is open for business, and my wife and I will be spending the evening here and, of course, available, but also patronizing downtown over the Rhine businesses. There have been a lot of false rumors that places are closing or whatnot. I hope they do not close, and that Cincinnati remains open for business. Just because we may not like the way things happened in this case today doesn't mean that Cincinnati is not going to move forward. We will move forward, and that's all I have to say for right now, and I'd like to turn it over to the city manager.
Again, as with the mayor, we are absolutely disappointed with the outcome of this particular trial. We continue to send our thoughts and prayers and our condolences to the DuBose family. They've lost a family member, in our views, very, very much unnecessarily. The city, we're ready. As always, we've got a highly professional police department, fire department. As the mayor stated, we will do everything that we can to support and allow people to express themselves as it relates to the First Amendment. Obviously, we do have a professional and a moral responsibility to make certain that the city is as safe as possible. We have no reason to believe that it would not be. So at this time, I'm going to ask Chief Isaac to come forward and to talk a little bit more about what he and his team are working on.
I also, at this time, want to offer my thoughts and prayers to the DuBose family. I, like so many others, also share in the disappointment of the outcome from today's jury. However, moving forward in the upcoming days, my primary focus is on ensuring that everyone is safe in the upcoming days as they respond and react to today's outcome. Again, as the mayor and the manager mentioned, we believe downtown is safe. We anticipate facilitating everyone's right to express their reactions and their thoughts. And I'll be available to answer any questions after, I believe, Pastor Mingo will share next.
At this time also, our prayers are with the DuBose family and all of those who hold them dear to their hearts. There are times when we feel we don't receive justice. We're definitely not happy with the outcome of this trial. However, we feel that it's time for the community to bond together in love. The DuBose family does not want anyone perpetrating any act of violence or destruction and say they're doing it in Sam's memory. That's not the way they want Sam remembered. Justice may not be rendered on this plane, but I assure you there is another court of justice. There's a court of justice when there's only one judge. There is no jury. There is no other decision except for his. And on that day, when that young man has to stand before God, then justice will be rendered.
We appreciate the mayor and the city manager and the chief and the fire chief for all of their leadership. As Pastor Mingo said, it is a sad day for us in our city. We've come so far to have such an impact today with the outcomes of the trial. But I will challenge every faith leader, every pastor, every rabbi, everyone that will deliver a message this weekend to whatever congregation or group of individuals that they will serve, to deliver a message of peace and a message of hope and a message of love. I'll also challenge every race to come together with their counterparts. If you are Caucasian, gather with your black friends. If you are African American, gather with your white friends. If you're interracial, gather with your family members and begin to talk about healing our city. When it comes to race relations, it has to start, the conversations have to start at home. And this is the time, this is the season to make sure that we start echoing those messages of peace and love in our city. Thank you.
At this time, we will take 2 or 3 questions if there are any.
And Mr. Black, you expressed, of course, sympathy concern towards the folks' family, as well as talking about the need of those folks being able to have space to express their frustration, perhaps what they describe as justice denied. It's a balance between the two. Of course, downtown will remain open, as the mayor said. The business district will stay vibrant. The restaurants and so forth open, but folks will be gathering, obviously, and frustrated and angry.
Absolutely, and as they should be. This is America, okay? This is democracy. We have the First Amendment. We have the right to express ourselves, but we don't have the right to destroy, but we do have the right to express ourselves. Our police department and our fire department have tremendous experience in terms of engaging and partnering with all different types of groups who express themselves in a variety of ways, and we expect that track record to continue on through this weekend and into the future.
I am concerned about a number of things that occurred during the trial. Not only Sergeant Hines' testimony, but also some of the comments made during the closing statement. The matter is under review, and I will have a little bit more later regarding that.
Chief, I mean, I guess you just said you'll talk about it later, but the DuBose family attorney issued a statement almost suggesting collusion, or at least a deliberate surprise that the prosecution didn't expect, and also suggested that the police department may have been more interested in getting Tenzing not convicted than moving forward.
Now, you know, that's a bold statement to say the entire police department. You know, we're talking about the comments of one officer, and as I mentioned, I'll have a little bit more as this is thoroughly reviewed.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask, in 2001, you were here working in administration when this city was on fire. Does this feel different to you?
At the moment, I'm more, I think it's more important from a human perspective just to understand the emotions that the DuBose family is probably going through right now. And I think our thoughts and prayers are with them. I don't want to make any predictions over what's going to happen today, tomorrow, the next day, other than to know that our police department will ensure that it's peaceful and safe, but also protect people's right to register their anger and their upset if they want to do so. And I do believe that we have a very different city today than we had 16 years ago. I've seen changes embraced by our police department in ways that haven't happened across the country. I pointed out the last time we went through this, and at the time of the incident itself, that this was not a Cincinnati police officer involved. And I think that's important to make sure that's clearly stated.
Okay, that's all the questions we have. Thanks.
Thank you.